Welcome to LLoLP podcast. This is gonna be our last one for LCS coverage this year, because the LCS is over. If you have missed it, there's like 30 some odd episodes from this year. I forgot to mention this last week. Last week was episode 100 apparently.
Oh shit! We didn't even do anything.
Missed that?
So this is episode 101. Congratulations to the show for hitting 100 episodes. Syndication is now viable.
Imagine.
So yeah, there you go. I can't believe I did 100 fucking episodes of this stupid show.
True.
Alright. So let's just jump right into the topics. Before we talk about the games, we got some really cheap news topics. Worlds 2022 confirmed to be happening in North America by interim LCS commissioner Chris. God, what's his last name? I don't remember.
Oh my
But the
God.
LCS commissioner who is getting promoted to the head of esports of League of Legends esports, because the head of League of Legends esports got promoted to head of Riot esports to manage like Valorant and all their other shit. So yeah, there's that. I'm happy. I'm glad that I don't have to worry about that going away.
Finally.
They didn't say where they were going.
Hey, as long as it's NA, there's a chance.
Speaking of where they're going, LCS finals coming back to Newark in 2023. On top of the spring finals going to Texas next year in 2022. So we have 2 of the next 4 confirmed locations. I think it's going to Prudential. He didn't say
Possibly.
it wasn't, and it sounded like he said it was.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I mean, I don't care if it goes to Prudential or MSG or Barclays. I just want it to be somewhere I can take a train to.
True. At this point, like, yeah.
I'd rather it not be in Philly or Boston, but
Yeah.
I almost went to the Boston one, but I didn't want to have to deal with all that fucking hotels and that shit.
Yeah.
All right. What else? All right. So yeah, that's it for finals and worlds news. Then we have this kind of funny story coming out of China, which is not really funny, but I find it funny. China has now banned online gaming for under 18s outside of 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sundays. That is the long and short of it.
Yeah, that. I think I've heard this coming out. Well, man, they just find ways.
They just kneecapped all of their esports talent, and they're gonna have to find some loophole to allow esports players to play more.
They're doing stuff right now.
This is an evolution of a restriction that already existed, where they were only allowed to have 1.5 hours of online gaming a day for under 18s.
Yeah.
So, in context, it's not that big a change.
Yeah. Still just oof.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just glad I don't live in China and I'm not under 18.
Yeah, thank goodness.
I was gonna say, bro, like even if you lived in China now, it wouldn't matter.
No,
You could just be gaming.
I'd be controlled in other ways. I wouldn't be allowed to watch Twitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the big things on the subreddit outside of esports and the random ass EU's malding about LCS being starting at midnight for them. I never know what to tell those people. It's like, damn, a different region starts at a time you can't watch. I really wish I could watch Korea.
Yeah.
All right, let's just start talking about some of the games from this weekend. Let's just start it off with the predictable outcome. Picks on. There we go. The predictable outcome. I don't know how you both got this wrong, by the way. Haymant over here got it right with me. Haymant's a smart man. Haymant knows what's up.
That I do.
You're gonna regret saying that as soon as
Yeah.
someone
Shut up!
points out in the past that you've said it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where do you say
That
Haymant
is
was
a
smart,
future me
based?
problem. Future me can handle that.
Bro, we're gonna get to Worlds and Haymant's gonna pick some LATAM team who's never been to a major before to win the whole thing, and I'm gonna be like, remember when you said that man was smart? Remember that moment?
So
and then you're gonna like put PSG to not get out of groups again, as usual.
that was just an
For some
MSI thing.
goddamn reason. MSI thing. That was a Worlds thing. You
Did that happen at
forgot?
Worlds? I don't remember.
That's
Yeah,
not
but
important right now, but I just wanted to bring up that he was going to regret his actions.
Yeah, and I've done
Yeah.
100 of these shows, man. I can't remember everything.
That was last year. Anyways.
You think I remember my picks from last year? I don't remember my picks from Tuesday.
Yeah, TSM.
We didn't pick on Tuesday, bro.
We did pick on Tuesday. That's when the last picks went in.
Was it? Oh, shit.
The show's on Tuesdays, man.
But I didn't put... No, oh, I thought you meant inputted your picks to the... Okay, I'm fucking dumb as shit. Hey, you know what? We're going to walk by that. I thought it was the whole last other day of the week right now. I'm not going to cap.
It feels like that. All right. So, 100 Thieves with what I think a lot of people would have called an upset victory. I wouldn't, seeing how they were able to play against TL, and TL just smack-daddied C9 and TSM, who had a competitive matchup against each other. So, you know, transitive properties and all that bullshit.
Sure,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was still insane what 100 Thieves fucking did.
Yeah.
And
not gonna
we'll
lie.
get to that later, but goddamn.
This is a
Yeah.
closer series than the next one.
Yeah, which I'm just like, what happened?
That's what I'm referencing. The crazy thing is what happens next.
Yeah, which it got me shook right now. I'm like, what happened?
I don't
Guys,
know.
hold up. Wait a minute.
So let's try to go through this a little slowly. This entire series basically boiled down to C9 trying to figure out what they should ban against 100 Thieves. And apparently it's Viego and Aphelios. Because
Yeah, dude, that Aphelios is nasty, bro.
Because when they banned both of them, they won the game. When they didn't ban both of them, or ban
They
one
took
of them,
L's.
they lost that game.
Yeah.
So Viego's a monster in Closer's hands, and I don't know. I just loved it. So I want to know, as C9 fans, what was the saddest part about watching this series?
That one game where Sven died twice and it was over.
Yeah.
You know, the one where he like got caught at their inhib tower area, and then like a fight later he got shit on. That hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
Also the part where we lost the series was really rough.
Yeah.
The one game we won was Pog. But every other part of it was kind of cringe.
Hey, you guys figured it out that game. You banned both Aphelios and Viego. You counterpicked the top laner with a Gnar. And you ended up having the Lee Sin and forcing them onto Xinjiao.
Hold up.
Yeah.
That was the game plan. You never did it again.
Yeah. We
did
let
not-
Viego through.
We should have had somebody in spam at C9 on Twitter with pictures of, oh, fucking do it again.
True.
Oh, wait a minute. This was also the game that 100 Thieves picked Trundle support and Ash as the AD carry. Two things
Yeah.
which I don't think
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
work
I don't know
very
what they
well
were doing.
together.
But here's the
They
other thing. This is the 7-7 at 7 minutes game.
Oh my god.
Like,
Jeez.
absolute roller coaster of a match. No idea where we're going. It feels like I'm in a blender for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. It was. Like, oh man, yeah, that was just oof. I don't know what the hell was happening to that game. But like the first two was just like it wasn't like it felt as if like there was a chance that Cloud9 could win. Especially with the second game. And just like at crucial moments, like Sven died. And then it's like, oh, we lost all the damage. We can't do anything else. That's it.
Well, game
was-
2 specifically is the one where Perks gets caught out a lot.
Oh yeah, without a doubt too. Like it was just like crucial picks. I mean, when I talk about Sven, it's like those two times. It's like wow, those two times really like it. And some of it, and like I'm pretty sure one of them wasn't even his fault. It's just like shit. Yeah, Perks second game. Yeah, Perks playing TF. Yeah, that was not a good game for me. Yeah, that was no good at all.
don't even think he's bad on Twisted Fate. I just feel like he made 3 awful decisions that completely threw 3 fights for his team, and it basically lost them this game.
Yeah. Like, in all seriousness, Conrad was doing really well this second game. It just made choices, and yeah.
It took forever. This is a 48-minute game. Like, this took forever. And it came down to FBI becoming the biggest dick on campus and just walking into C9 space and taking whatever he wants.
Exactly. And I'm very much surprised that Cloud9 lost. Like,
well, they can't kill Aphelios. They don't have anything to kill him. They can try to poke him out, but he's got enough life still for it not to matter. So there's just nothing besides TF ulting right on top of him and stunning him off the bat and not getting bursted. They effectively have to like land a stun card, Messiah with TF, and then hope that Viego can climb over the Lee Sin, the Braum, and the Renekton.
Mm-hmm. It was, what is it? The second game, they had so much control. They went into the early game and it looked like they had a good composition. They had it mostly locked down. But like I said, one crucial moment, Closer goes in, and Zen just doesn't pre-flash Lee Sin kick, and he dies for it. And that's the game.
I find it hard to blame the AD carry when the Lee Sin gets behind them for the kick. Like, if
there's not a lot they can do.
Yeah,
unless they have flash up and are really ready to invest it, then there's not a lot they can do.
Because sometimes it's actually better to get kicked at them and then flash either like behind their team and have a weird flank on their backline because you might be able to burst. Like, imagine kicking Samira to your AD carry. Like, fucking. All right, cool. Now we're here now. But like, as Varus, they have nothing to protect. Like, if you can't protect your AD carry from the Lee Sin, Lee Sin's just gonna take any opportunity he can to get on top of him. Like, it'll blow the flash, and then Lee Sin can just do it again in 30 seconds if he gets out.
That's true. It wasn't so much on Sven, but they were all running away. They were very close together, and Closer was able to taxi off of Blabber.
Yeah, well, that was the... Honestly, I would have never read that play in a million years of him taking my jungler to me, ward hopping, and then flash kicking me. Like,
I don't even think he flashed. He just slid over and got it.
It's just ridiculous. Oh, and I think in this game there's another moment where they killed Perks by pillaring him and Lee Sin, but it knocked Lee Sin further, so the Lee Sin kick didn't kick Perks towards his own team, it kicked him back instead.
Yeah.
It was like the smallest of distance, and it mattered a lot. But yeah, the rest of the series is like a lot of dominance from 100 Thieves. This is I don't want to say Someday didn't show up this game, but he wasn't really their main playthrough because FBI just played like a monster on Aphelios. Like, there was just nothing that they could do to stop his Aphelios games 1 and 2. Game 1 especially, he was just chucking nukes and killing, like, taking out 3/4 of everyone's health bar in one fight. It's insane. Apparently, I have the only note I have for game 1 is at 9 minutes. I just wrote I'm bored because I remember game 1's early game being basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do we want to move on and talk about the ass kicking?
Oh, you mean, yeah, that.
Oh,
bro, what the hell happened?
I think it was 100 Thieves being a better team just overall, and TL not committing to most of their game plans that they had.
Jensen, what happened to those last 2 series? You literally fought against 100 Thieves. Literally, like, a week ago.
He had a Lee Sin then. It didn't matter this time.
It didn't come out. It never came out.
They first picked fucking Trundle.
Like, what the hell were they doing?
I don't even care about games 1 and 2. It's just, I don't know, games 1 and 2 just seemed like a gigantic. They were kind of contentious a little bit, but the Viego pick was just so dominant, and like Closer was just single-handedly winning those games. And then they were letting Someday have Renekton, and they let him have Shen another game. It's just like, oh,
Yeah,
we just have everything.
yeah, and like, man,
It was
Closer really came out into a goddamn series. Closer just came.
Oh yeah, he was a beast on the Viego both times. He was monstrous. A lot of props to Huhi when they were setting up that dive at level 1.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That was actually godlike. That was a very surprise.
Yeah. You could also say that TL was being very disrespectful in the fact that they were like, all right, we're not going to just abandon this turret, even though they have Herald, even though we know they're going to set up for the dives.
At 10:30, they set up that 4-for-0 dive on bot in game 1, I think this is.
Yep, game 1.
Yeah.
I didn't write down which game that was.
This was the game where Abadage and Closer just kept on pelting Jensen. He had his flash on cooldown all of the time.
I mean, he had the Syndra, and you can't stun everyone. Well,
yeah,
Syndra, you can. You just gotta plan for it. But yeah, that dive was absolutely insane because they do it twice. They set up for the first part of the dive where they kill like 2 people, and then Jensen TP's in, and I think the support's still up, and Alistar just comes in and headbutts Jensen into the wall. They blow up Jensen, and then somehow they kill whoever else was left, and no one on 100 Thieves has died.
Yeah, I was surprised that nobody died on 100 Thieves with that. I'm like, that's where you, like, right there, that's when I'm like, uh-oh.
This is why I prefer counter plays instead of follow-up plays like this, where you're TPing in to defend a play from the enemy team, because typically if you're doing this, you're on the back foot already. You're coming in from a bad position, and you're probably behind, unless you have a crazy ult advantage, like say the top laner walked down to Herald and you stayed in lane, but then after Herald they like go down to Dragon, and you're level 6 and he's level 5, then you TP down on like Malphite or some shit, and now you're just gonna ult. Or your Rumble, and you have an ult advantage. Like, you need to have an advantage when you're making this play. Otherwise, you're not helping. You're just going in 1 by 1.
You're just delaying. You're just not even delaying.
Also, key part. Tactical was the first one who was picked off. Right there. Who he did a good job predicting the buffer while Tactical was trying to get away to the cover of the second turret, away from Core JJ's support. And
did Tactical burn Ian Flash to get to the turret they were defending?
To get away from it. He was trying to go to the second tier turret.
Right,
and
but he ended up using them towards the turret instead of getting out of the fight.
Yeah, no, this was before the entire fight started. This was when they were still kind of making the decision on whether or not to defend that turret.
They blew his flash before it?
I'm not quite sure. All I remember was that Huhi literally went like, oh, yeah, you're going to buffer the E. I'm going to flash Q to follow you immediately afterwards. And I was like, jeez, man. So one of your damage dealers is already gone. It's just Core JJ there under the first tier turret. And they decided to instead recommit to defend that first tier turret. I don't understand why they did it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like Core JJ couldn't do the thing he did last game, or did he do it against TSM? I don't remember who he did it against. I know he did it against 2 teams, but
no, he never got to go top lane because there was so much pressure mid lane.
Like he never got to leave the lane, and I feel like that was a really strong counter to his strategy of you can just beat the fuck out of his bot lane, and suddenly it doesn't matter if Core JJ walks away because he's either gonna die bot lane or he's gonna get nothing done because nobody's anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then, like, this was in one of the interviews after the game where he said he thought that Core JJ was actually doing something wrong because he was down levels for he was down levels on him while he was roaming around the map. This is in their last series, not this one. So he thought that this strategy wasn't a good strategy and probably was just going to hurt TL. And that makes me wonder if this strategy will actually come out at Worlds like we kind of thought it might.
Yeah. It's strange. Because even though he's getting like this whole experience to like his AD and whatnot, just he's not. I mean, roaming and whatnot. If he doesn't like get anything done with that, he's just wasting time. He's delaying himself in every way possible. Gold, item, his support item, everything.
Like,
Even level. It's like
he's delaying it, but I don't.
Contingent on if he gets something though.
Yeah, but when he did it, he normally had the minion support item, which is very easy to like cadence yourself with. Like
you also just fill it up when you yank a lane, hit a
Yeah.
minion, dip.
Like I feel like that was one of the things that Hui brought up that I felt like wasn't really that big of an issue. Like because I see the supports in the LCS just walking around with 3 charges on them, like all the time. It seems like not that they're not efficient with it, but like that it's not that different. Like maybe he's missing a little bit. Maybe he's down 100 gold, but like it's 100 gold. 100 gold is like a minute, and sure, it's a minute, but 100 gold is also a third of a cloth armor. So, you know, there's only really so much that you can gain there. And I felt that he did say the level 6 was huge, which I totally agreed. I did notice that who he had level 6 when Core JJ didn't. But didn't matter because Core JJ still won the fight. And when you're not able to do that in this series, it just completely kneecaps TL's strategy. And since they didn't get to play 2 days, I'm not like it seems like 100 Thieves is a lot more consistent now. Like it's hard to say that TL is actually that consistent with their strength because they looked really strong before, and it looked like we were about to send 3 really good teams to Worlds, and then 100 Thieves just comes in and absolutely shits on everyone. Like, what happened this weekend?
Yeah. Hopefully TL clean it up. I still don't like how their third game draft went. The pairing of the LeBlanc with the Gnar. I just don't like it. Their game 2, they had the idea of attacking side lanes, but then they decided to set up to fight for dragons instead after they'd applied pressure top lane, so they didn't have any vision around any dragon pits, and that's how Someday managed to just TP behind them and get those kills to keep them at an even state in the game without ever really letting them get ahead at any point. And then eventually, like Someday, through those small kills, was able to just beat Alfari in the 1v1.
Yeah, Alfari versus Someday was really Someday sided this time around. I was like, I expected more from everyone on TL, and like no one showed up. Like nobody. This game is 55 seconds from beating TL's record against 100 Thieves in 2018 spring finals for fastest best of 5 in LCS history. 55 seconds. I'm mad that it didn't happen.
And also, game 3, it just seemed like at that point, TL just kind of fell apart. You saw the cams after Santorin died in the top river.
Were you in comms for that?
I might have been. I'm not sure. No, I was working that day.
We were talking about that exact moment when we were just watching him tilt.
Yeah. And then afterwards, it was just a team diff from that point onwards, and Closer just basically had a showman's match. He was just like, hey, look at how good I am at Lee Sin.
Well, the worst part is he picked fucking Trundle against it.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why are we blind picking Trundle? I don't understand.
Not the one. That also doesn't pair well with the LeBlanc. You normally want someone who can either clean up those kills very easily or just go straight into them. It's just brings some like nice front end damage to it. It's just Trundle isn't that. Trundle isn't that at all.
Like he has a Lee Sin and Alistar to ult. I'm not sure what GP built, but maybe GP was an option, but I wouldn't ult GP over an ulted Alistar.
Yeah, but then why take the LeBlanc here if you're gonna pick something like the Trundle?
I don't think the LeBlanc
And
was
the
all
Gnar.
that bad. Like, they picked LeBlanc knowing full well that Abbedagge was about to pick Ryze. So, like, I just don't understand why we're blinding Trundle, a champion who is known to be a counter pick only, and normally really only useful against, like, Sejuani, and only brought up because of Xin Zhao. Like, I guess you can flex it.
Nah.
I don't know why we didn't.
I mean, TL had an entire series before where they just blinded the Trundle into TSM and didn't get punished for it because TSM wasn't good enough to punish them for it.
Guessing the 3-0 or they got 3-1?
I thought they got 3-1. TSM, they got. Oh wait, so it's TSM against who again?
Yeah.
Oh, TL. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah. But that entire series, I'm pretty sure Santorin just picked the Trundle blind because, one, he's really good at Trundle. And two, if it works, why not? This is the one time that it didn't work.
Plays it game 3. I don't know about game 4. I don't have the pick ban.
Yeah, Santorin only plays it once in the TSM vs TL game.
Really?
And yeah, he plays it once. He loses that game, by the way, Santorin.
What was the series before that then? Because I swear there was a series.
Wait. Game 2 he does have it.
Yeah, game 2 does it. My bad. There we go. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, game 2 he does it. He wins this one, and then game 3 he loses that one.
Well, they also they blinded it against. They blinded it and then they got Lee Sin picked against them. Then they counterpicked Xin Zhao with it the first time. So
yeah,
it's like maybe we should follow this logic, huh? How about we just look at these 2 games real quick and be like, oh, is that what happens? Maybe we should do that.
Perhaps.
Yeah. What was it? And even like I said, game 2, it looked like TL was making the right moves. They had the right play, and then they just tossed it at the dragon.
Yeah.
They really did go, oh, this is a dragon that we really have no business looking at, but we're going to do it anyway because we're the better team. And they weren't this time. They weren't.
Well, they had the Callista against the Jhin, but Jhin has a lot more targets than he should. Like, they picked Jhin round 2, and the fact that TL doesn't lock in like Ornn over Jace, when they have Renekton showing too. They have the top lane matchup. They can lock in their top laner right here, who's also a counter to Jhin, but we picked Jace.
Yes.
So Jace gets blown up, TF gets blown up, Lee Sin can't really do that much unless he gets good kicks, and then you're relying on who to burst him? Ace?
Yes.
I'm fine with that, but I think this was the time where if you're picking the TF and if you're picking the Jace and if you're gonna go strong, ignore the dragons. Just don't. You've been pushing your pressure top side. That's what they've been doing, and then you kind of go, oh, we're just gonna go to this dragon because we think we can. Like, don't do that.
You can't play around top side if you pick Callista.
Yeah.
You pick Callista. You also pick TF. Just get that lead, try to wreck it, and then keep on going. Like,
wait, that's like a bad plan though, because your plan started with just get a lead, and the issue is if they can't just get a lead, then it still fails, right? So the
Yes.
plan needs to be something that makes their chances of getting a lead better, and not something that relies upon them getting a lead they were never able to get in the first place.
But in that game, they did have leads. They had small leads, and then they chucked it
No,
by
no,
going
but
to the
like
dragon.
small leads aren't leads though, right? Like if your lead can be like covered up in 1 to 2 waves of farm, it's not really a lead, my guy. It's only a lead if you go back and get your items in time, and by the time you come back, your opponent hasn't cleared or hasn't bought, right? Like, I understand what you're saying, but like they weren't able to get like massively ahead or ahead enough to push the advantage, right? Like they were just like dying a lot, like a lot.
I know, but then you still don't go to that fight, right? If you don't have the lead with this composition, you can't really team fight. The Twisted Fate
But
is.
then if you give them all 4 drakes, don't you just like auto lose? Like,
I know, but
so then like what do you want them to do, right? Because if they can't fight if they don't have a lead, and they don't have a lead, so then they don't go to the drake, which puts them farther behind, so they can't go to the next one. Then like why are they even playing, right? Like they have to try.
So Haymont, to quantify TL's lead, their highest gold point in this game was 1,000 gold at 15 minutes. At that same time, they have 1 dragon and 1 herald. That's their entire lead. And that is reliant on how they convert the herald. So, like, losing a fight at 15 minutes to then swing the gold over to 100 Thieves, which is still not a large lead. It only stays under 2K until 30 minutes, basically. Like, yeah, they don't even finish the game with a greater than 3K lead. So this is less about their leads and more about like their execution, because they have 5 kills on Alfari, but Alfari's not their win condition. It's Tactical's Callista getting an early lead and controlling the game through Twisted Fate's pressure and the objective control that they can get. But like you've picked 2 carries on the side lanes to counter 1 carry on top lane and kind of a mid-game team fighter champ. I don't know. I have no idea how to quantify what the fuck Jin is. But he's not a lane bully. He's not really a farmer. He's like, hope I'm useful and can blow up a squishy. And you picked 4 squishies and a Braum.
He's got that I can be in the fight without really being in the fight ultimate.
That's why they like Jin GP so much, because you can just drop both the ults on top of each other and create a shooting gallery. But like, it's just TL couldn't convert on their bot lane at all this series, and
that too.
Typically how they win is by having Alfari control top lane virtually by himself and then playing to their bot side. That's why you always see people banning Callista, because that's a lot of how the teams have been playing, is by leaving top lane to be its own island with minimal impact by just swinging it in one direction and letting someone bully and then rotating, and then you just camp bot side and then somehow transfer that into fucking heralds. I don't know how they do that part. I'm pretty sure it's mostly if you have a lead, you bring up both your bot laners. If you don't, you leave your AD carry down. But it's black magic to me how they fucking just somehow bring everyone over to herald and don't lose any farm. Like, no idea how that happens.
Hey, man, they just built different, okay? These LCS players, reason why they get paid this money, okay?
The LCS players are built different. Those ones. This series has actually made me less confident in our chances at Worlds. Like, I thought it was gonna be 3 pretty close teams going to Worlds, with TL being a pretty strong favorite over them. That's not what happened.
Yeah. 100 Thieves, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. Jungle death. But
I'm just not confident that Closer can turn it up at Worlds. Like, I've seen him play some pretty good League of Legends, but like every jungler from NA who's looked this kind of crazy, when they go to Worlds, just gets absolutely destroyed. The only time I think I've ever seen an NA jungler come this hot off of finals was Sven Skaren when him and Bjergsen were trying to drag TSM's lifeless corpse over the goddamn groups line in like 2016. I was so unhappy when they didn't make it out of that.
Wait,
fucking
who was getting
group.
dragged over the line?
I think it's Double Lift, Biofrost, and Haunser.
I think so.
They were trolling at the time. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were trolling at the time. Not as bad as they did well. That's another time, but
All right,
it's still bad.
let's move on. Take a little look back at LCS this year. To top it off, we're gonna look at our Perks death counter. He racked up 230 deaths this season in the LCS. That's lock-in, spring, the MSS, the summer, and playoffs.
And soon more to come in Worlds.
I'm not adding more to this.
Yes,
this is
you are.
This is an NA record. This started because he claimed he would not die during lock-in, and I'm like, I'll hold you to it. And he did. He died like in the first day. So then I just went on and did it for the whole season, and this is his record. Maybe next split I'll choose someone else. I don't know. It might just turn into no perks, no worlds. Who knows? So yeah, I'm happy that he has a gigantic assload of deaths.
Hey man. Anyway.
All right, so let's take a quick look back at this year of LCS. So how do we feel that the teams really shaped up? Not specifically, but like kind of in general. Like how did they feel from a competitive standpoint?
Do we start from the highest or the lowest?
Feels weird, man.
Do we start from the highest team or the lowest team?
Whichever you prefer. I'm not really trying to guide this too
Are we
hard.
doing only playoffs or whole league?
The whole year?
The whole league. All right. Let's start from the lowest team. COG gotta go. You knew that where this was going already. You already knew. You already knew.
It cannot be another. What the fuck is wrong with CLG segment?
I'm sorry, but when you say year in review, man.
This isn't a CLG year in review. This is an LCS year in review. Now, tell me about what CLG did for the league, or give me something else.
What CLG did for the league?
Yeah.
Gave more wins for every team. That's what they did. Anyways, I feel just like CLG they need not a revamp of team. They just need a revamp of infrastructure in general.
Their players are fine. How do you not win with that team?
Look, that's why I believe it's not just a team. It's everything around. Like it's everything else. At that point, like it was not even that.
These are veteran players, and they finished 10th twice.
Like,
how do you do that? I just don't understand how you finished 10th twice like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Right. I felt like this year a lot of the teams, there was a few teams that really kind of stepped it up competitively, like EG and 100 Thieves most notably. If FlyQuest didn't implode so much, I might have been able to include them on this list, but FlyQuest went kaboom.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, go to Guardians. You're not last anymore now.
No, they're just
Auggies.
That's an improvement. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I accept that. You're not dead last, or you're not second to last. You're somewhere. Get in there. That's not bad. That's nice.
They're making progress. Even after losing that whole roster to 100 Thieves, they were able to at least be remotely competitive with the bottom half.
Yeah.
And sometimes C9.
Hey man, Flight was the same way. Someone was competitive with TSM. Crazy, right? Anyways. Yeah, no.
From a marketing standpoint, I've actually I felt a lot more attached to the teams. It could just be the that I'm getting used to them being around. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of them are marketing themselves better. Evil Geniuses are really like kind of like
They're
they have
doing
more
big
personality.
time. Yeah.
I
Like,
don't know-
surprisingly enough.
I don't know where it's coming from, but they do.
I mean, I'm on actually one of the Discords, and not gonna lie, hey, it's a student Discord, but it's pretty nice actually. Surprisingly enough, like it's actually insane how much they do well and whatnot. Very nice, and then also well the Cloud9 stuff too, of course. Like they're all actually doing very well marketing themselves. I'm very surprised. Of course, 100 Thieves, the good old the clothesline department that just won finals. Yeah, crazy.
Oh wait,
right?
wait. We should probably talk about how a new team has finally won finals since TL has won a final.
Yeah, that's crazy. By the way, isn't
Like-
this only like the 4th ever team?
Fifth.
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 The fifth
Oh.
team in
Wait.
like
Who was it? So it's TSM C9 TL.
CLG.
CL.
CLG.
Forgot about the CLG.
Holy
Okay, yeah.
shit.
I forgot about that one.
That's what you know. It's been too
Listen,
long.
it's been a while, bro.
That's what you know.
I will never forget that. But yeah, it's really, I think it's just really good for the league that we have new teams being able to come up and win. Like I would have been happy with either EG or 100 Thieves being able to win this year. I think all of the top 5 were definitely like in contention for the most part. People gotta lose. Someone's gotta lose at some point. It's gonna happen. Some people show up some days, some people don't. Like the records become what the records are, but like it felt a lot closer for the top 5 than it really has in the past. There's that one time where like 3rd to 8th was tied, and they had a bunch of tiebreakers that day.
Oh jeez. Yeah,
that was annoying.
Yeah.
But that didn't even feel like they were all that close, especially after the playoffs landed. But like even now, I'm still like, maybe if we play this again, EG can make it farther. Maybe if we play this again, C9 can somehow win. Maybe TL doesn't beat C9 and TSM, and they end up losing out to EG and losers or something. Like, it could be a completely different bracket, and I feel like it would be believable. But if Dignitas or Immortals ended up going further, I would not believe that in a million years. So yeah, that looks good. So what did we think about the new format? Like in whatever sense you experienced it, whether it's through the extra games or like having the tournament at the beginning of the year, or just the in general the compact nature of spring. Like how do you guys feel about the new format from this year?
I mean, the new format, I mean, it's not bad. It's actually pretty nice. 3 days of games. That'll keep me that'll like keep me motivated and whatnot.
Motivated? Occupied, you
Hey.
mean?
Motivated.
Motivated.
Motivated. Yes. It's not occupied. Because occupied, like, you could do that and you could just watch something else. Motivated, you could actually watch it, analyze what the hell is this Clown Fiesta? Why is CLG doing this?
Why are you, wait, you're trying to analyze CLG games. That's your first mistake.
True, but still, holy shit.
I don't think I'm ever gonna like say I don't want more games. I always want more games. I want to go to like a NBA, NFL kind of not NFL, NBA or an NHL kind of schedule where teams are like playing through the week, best of threes, and like
There can be too many, right? Like if the playoffs are like there are like 18 hours of playoffs a day. I'm like, okay, let's relax.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's wild.
Oh.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I did not like really the Monday stuff that they were doing beforehand.
Monday stuff.
Where they played it on
Monday
Monday
games.
sometimes.
Wasn't that last year?
Yeah, but
They learned that Mondays are not a good idea.
it's not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oof.
Mondays did not do well, and EU viewers were molding even harder when they're like, "Oh, the game started at 3:00 in the morning." It's like it's a North American broadcast, you morons. I can't.
I'm not surprised these EU viewers are actually watching our LCS games.
I don't know why they care. They complain that it sucks and it's unwatchable, but then they bitch that it's not at a time that they can watch it, and I'm just like,
True.
why do you care? I don't get it. So yeah, I like the format. It was really good.
It's nice.
I like
Even-
more games. So they
even more-
added a bunch of new content to like pre-show instead of countdown. They added Next Level, which is a talk show with a bunch of streamer personalities, people from the industry, with Medios as the host. Replay Files, which is going back and looking at old happenings. They did the Jensen Zonias. They did the Misfits Worlds run against SKT. That was crazy. And a few other ones. Oh, they did TSM versus C9 at PAX in 2014 summer. I love that episode. That's like that series is like a big marker in my life because it's the weekend before I started college.
See.
And then they also did Masterminds, which I absolutely hated. They're just doing off-meta builds, and it's boring as hell.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. At least they're making content in all seriousness, because before, it was just like there wasn't like that much good content coming out of LCS. Meanwhile, like you look at like LEC, like they were like LEC, they played their games when it comes to content. They will come out and come through.
They were my favorite thing that they do is they have these stupid ass songs.
Hey man,
and they're absolutely hilarious, and I love it.
Like, bro, like LEC has a personality to it, and I commend them. Like, yo, they got the balls to do this, and they actually like library this. Yo, I commend them. That's why I can watch it.
If you weren't cranking "Reckless with My Heart" after the last weekend, not this weekend,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's just look it up. It's a song about Reckless going to G2.
Oh, the thumbnail for this is a banger already.
Yeah, it's
already
great.
The thumbnail.
The music is really good.
Heat.
The music is really good. Like, I'm surprised at how good their sound mixing is on it.
Like LEC, in my eyes, they are godlike in content.
I don't even like, honestly. Besides that kind of content, I don't like to see much else that they have.
I mean,
they ain't got teams.
They don't do Drive. They don't do like Next Level. They don't do Replay Files. They do a podcast. That's the only extra piece of content I see from them.
Yeah,
that's their podcast.
Yeah, that is the podcast. Yes,
we have.
We have the Dive. Yes.
Yeah, we have the Dive. Yeah,
it's only recently that we had Replay Files and Masterminds.
Right. That's why I'm trying to talk about them.
Talk about that. Yeah. But even before that, like, what else did we have?
We had Drive, and Izon was a Worlds piece. I don't know who did that.
I thought that was Azale.
Azale?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was.
They did a lot of different things. Izon was just like stuff for Worlds.
Eyes on.
No, Drive was a lot of different things, like a lot of different castings.
No, I remember Drive.
LCS used to have some really funny shit. They had this bit where Riot laser beams would just go to the team's houses and stuff. It was hilarious. I loved it. I miss it so much. But yeah, I've been enjoying Next Level and Replay Files a lot.
Yeah.
Masterminds I absolutely fucking hate, but Next Level has actually been really good. I would strongly encourage everyone go watch the most recent one because it has Rick Fox with Sneaky Medios and I forget who the last one is.
Yeah, I try to remember who that was.
It was really good. I loved it.
Yeah, it was actually like legitimately awesome.
They were talking about like what it is like to be a professional in League of Legends and basketball and how comparable it was. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Worlds real quick. We don't got to go too deep in the meta, considering there's about to be 2 patches that absolutely break it.
But yeah, this is about to screw everything up. Man.
So I guess we could just go around and kind of say what we would like to be removed.
Gangplank in general.
You want Gangplank removed? Good news, it's not getting removed.
I know. I wish they found this game-breaking bug. Come on, find it, Vandro. Find it before it's too late.
They're buffing it again in the next patch. They upped his health scaling.
I know. It's like, why?
I love it. I watched this play where a guy gets 2 kills on fucking not 2 kills, a quadra kill on Gangplank using 2 barrel chains, 4 barrels. You couldn't do that before. You can do it now.
What the shit is this, Riot? Like, I understand you want to make some spice for words, but God.
I hate that they have to nerf Viego this hard because he's so good. Like, it's so obnoxious. I love Viego. It's so much fun to play Viego, but like, it's
but you don't like me playing Viego,
because you don't know how to play every champion, and I do.
I do close
The only
enough.
champion I don't know how to play is not Zyra, is Rel. That's the only champion I don't know how to play.
I'm not gonna play everyone to an extent, okay? Don't
Sure
get it
thing.
twisted.
But like, I want to play that champion, but they pushed him out of top lane, so it's like, cool. I have to learn jungle how to play this champion,
Exactly.
and I don't want
And
to
you
play
have to beat me.
fucking jungle because it's such a toss up whether or not my teams decide to help me play for objectives. But yeah, I hope they knock Viego out of this goddamn game, because I'm done with seeing him. I want Lee Sin out of the fucking game too. I want whoever the fuck had like above 60% in playoffs, I want them gone. I was so bored of that meta by the end of playoffs.
Oh my god. Yeah, they bring back Udyr again. Oh no.
Udyr meta.
Who else do you guys want out of the meta?
Well, you already heard me with Gameplank.
Aphelios.
Want to fill it? Yeah, he's on the jump block.
My guy is too strong. Like,
actually, get Ziggs out. Wait, why are you
shut your damn mouth. Ziggs is a guy.
Get that rat out of here.
Oh, chill, bro. That's heat, bro.
Yo,
we need options in the bot lane for AP.
I'm sick and tired of these AP bot lanes.
Bro, what you want me to do if I need to siege? Who am I gonna pick? Vayne, bro? No chance. We need a siege comp out here. What am I gonna do?
Play Varus.
No.
So, champions.
It isn't the lethality meta, bro. I can't two-shot a tower as Jhin anymore.
Okay, Ziggs is not on the nerf list so far.
Yeah, I know, which is...
Aphelios, I do actually unironically think needs a nerf because Jesus fucking Christ.
He's losing 2 AD at level 1.
Let's see. I think Viego needs a tweak. Lee Sin might need a little nerfy.
He's getting one.
They're nerfing Renekton. I don't think they should. I think
that's fine.
I don't. I feel like Renekton's in such a shit place that the fact that he's played in pro is a fucking miracle. I don't even think he's good in pro. Like, I have finally agreed with LS.
It's probably just like a safe pick that it's like, fuck it. Like, we know we're not going to feed that hard, probably.
Feed that hard, probably. That's what they all say.
It's just...
Yo, what if they, what supports need nerfs?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
Unsure.
I don't know if there are any that are, like, that busted.
Well, they just like the engaged supports because that's the kind of options they want.
No, I know, but I'm wondering if there are supports for pro play specifically that need changes. I feel like no.
They play a lot. Like, they play Alistar, Leona, Braum. They'll pick up Rel sometimes. Yeah, they're picking up Bard a lot more recently.
Yeah,
Trundle.
It's going everywhere.
I don't know. Do they need to nerf Varus? I don't think they do.
They do. Well, they do because people will keep picking him, and they are nerfing him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, what other bot laner is there even a nerf right now?
Ashe is apparently getting a nerf.
Well, fair enough.
Well, there's also a few patches forward, so Ashe is up here for other reasons.
Let's think about mid laners, though. Who's too saucy?
LeBlanc's the only viable mid laner, and they're Syndra.
Oh, wait. Aurelia. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
They already nerfed Aurelia. Aurelia's
Nerf her again. Nerf her again.
I don't think, like, Aurelia's not showing up that much.
Nerf Aurelia.
Aurelia's not showing up that much. God damn it. Matt, stop.
And before they come out for Worlds.
Please stop.
You don't know it now, Anthony. It's about to be in Worlds. You're going to see every game with Aurelia either banned or picked. And you'll be like, why?
Well,
you're going to look, why is Aurelia being targeted right now?
You see Doin Beach is bringing out Aurelia all of the time.
I'm wondering.
And him flexing it to, what's his name in the top lane? Not Doran.
I'm wondering what Lucian's going to do. Because Lucian might make it so running Ivern's more viable. Because they made it so he gets a passive proc off of enchants. So now he can reduce his E cooldown from getting enchanted.
I want to see Ivern in the game.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking hype Ivern. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering what's going to happen with Lucian, because Lucian was big this split, like, for a lot of reasons, and I'm wondering if he's going to come up in the bot lane because of that change.
Yeah, the return of Lucian in the bot lane.
Return of domestic life bot lane.
Yo.
All right, let's go talk about the teams real quick before we close out the show. Let's start it off with C9. Matt, Dion, you're the resident C9 fans. How you feeling going to Worlds as C9 fans? What's you're going in third? You're going to play-ins? Comfort zone?
Yeah, I mean play-ins. I wouldn't really feel like a problem. I shouldn't feel a problem. Like,
what was the question?
Like,
how you feeling going into Worlds as a C9 fan?
Keep going, Dio.
I mean, I feel as if like we should be going to play-ins since we're third.
Yes,
so
you are.
I mean, I don't have any problems with play-ins. My only problems will be in groups and what happens there, really.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Like play-ins,
that's wrapped up.
Good. That's good. Wrapped up. Groups. Let's get straight. That's every NA's choice challenge.
I think that yeah, I mean, like, I know C9 hasn't been playing the best lately, but I think in terms of the pre-groups, I think they're probably going to be okay, because they're even when they're playing poorly, they are still a fairly high caliber team, right? Groups, I mean, fuck it, we'll see what happens. We'll see who we get, right? So a lot of times I feel like NA getting out of groups is relying on like how bad the group is, right? If we get like
no, it's always relying on how competitive the group is, because the closest we've ever gone is when we're placing the fucking world champion in the fucking group.
Yeah,
it's fair, but I mean, like, that's what I mean though, because I'll say, like, if we do get like the best Chinese team, best Korean team, best EU team in C9 in a group, it might be fucking hard, right? Like, that might be a rough couple games. But if it's like a normal group, I don't really know who's coming from other regions or from more minor regions. I haven't really been following it. I think it'll just kind of depend in groups, but I think that it's easy clap pre-groups.
I can't wait to clip this, chop it up, and make a montage of whatever the fuck happens to C9 in groups when they lose out.
We're saying they're gonna get to groups.
I mean play-ins.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, we didn't say they were getting out of groups.
It's gonna be great. Do
you think they're getting put in the blender?
I don't think it's extremely likely, but I think it's completely possible. And
I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I just don't, like you said, I just don't think it's very likely, because, like, realistically, who are they going to be like going up against at play-ins, right?
I don't know what the format's going to be like, because they've had to butcher it for the last 2 years. So if it's like it used to be, C9 should be playing directly into a best of 5
against like what region?
Against whoever wins out of the play-ins groups. So they should only have a best of 5 to get into group stage, and they have to win one of 2.
I mean, that's winnable.
Yeah,
that's doable. Is it gonna happen? No. Is it impossible? Also, it's more likely to happen than not, I'd say. But
I mean, I'm just.
No, I know.
I want to make that video, man.
The thing is that I can't even make a video about TSM because they don't even get to go to play-ins.
Hey, man. If I don't get to go, I don't get to get knocked out of play-ins. And to be honest, not going is better than not anything.
You know what's going to be funny, by the way, is when 100 Thieves become the first NA team to win Worlds.
I am not ready for that reality. I am not.
That would actually be like awful for me, but it would also be kind of fire.
I'm not ready for that reality.
Like, oh man, if that really does happen.
Wait, let's save that for the 100 Thieves talk.
Okay.
All right. You want to say your piece about the other 2 teams, or you got nothing much to say?
No.
Oh, Team Liquid. I mean, they'll be fine.
Asking Matt because he's got to go.
I don't know if TL's going to be fine after what I just witnessed this weekend.
Yeah.
I actually don't. Like, if you had asked me last week, how do you think TL are going to do at play-ins and groups? I'd be like, they'll be fine. And now I'm like, no, I don't know, dude. And then if you ask me how 100 Thieves would do, I don't know, because I can't tell. And this is true. I earnestly cannot tell if 100 Thieves clapped, because they are so fucking far ahead of where I put them, like, consistently, which I know isn't completely true, but like they're so far ahead of every other NA team, or because TL choked, or for both. And so we have 3 teams going, right? C9, TL, 100 Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what's going to happen because I genuinely cannot tell how good 100 Thieves and TL are after that series. Like, obviously, 100 Thieves are good and TL are good. I would never say they're not, but how good they are, and especially how consistent they can play moving forward, especially if they're down or a little bit behind, to me is a very big question right now. I have no idea how 100 Thieves is going to play from behind because basically all of the games against C9 and TL, they just weren't, like, ever. And so I don't know what's going to happen when they have like a very solid team who doesn't give them a big lead early, and I don't know what's going to happen like if we're going to get the TL that's going to come through, play super tight, super smart, or we're going to get the TL we got this weekend, which seemed like a bunch of people who weren't 100% sure of what to do at any given moment.
Yeah.
So I'm worried is what I'll say going into Worlds. But hey, you know what? If we're surprised in a good way, we're surprised in a good way. I got a dip. Y'all have fun.
All right.
Names are fucked up, but I'm not fixing it. Okay.
Makes sense.
Haymant, Dion, how you guys feeling about Team Liquid?
I'm very worried about how they're going to be playing their macros because they were responding well to what 100 Thieves were doing in that series, but they just never seemed to play as respectfully as they should have.
The reason I'm not confident in TL is just because of how big of a regression this feels like, and they have time to try to work on that regression. And watching their press conference, it seemed like they want to focus on recovery from, like, apparently this put a lot of stress on them, and I don't feel like this defeat is going to bolster them in any way. So they said they're going to take the next couple of weeks to try to recharge for the boot camp, but I feel like 100 Thieves is probably about to hit the ground running, and I think C9 will do the same thing. It makes me really worried for TL.
Yeah, like, yeah, looking at TL and like the last 3 series, like they just went back to regular like summer season, and that did not feel great. Just looking at that game.
Mm-hmm. That was by far Santorum's worst performance, even though he just came in only in playoffs.
It's crazy. They didn't even swap in contracts, if I'm correct.
They don't have contracts.
That's the wrong team.
Wrong team. You're right.
Mayo?
No,
I don't
yeah.
think.
I don't think they were planning to swap our Mayo at all.
Yeah. But still, even then, it's just, oof. Yeah.
It's just it's so hard to have confidence in this team after this weekend. Like, we only saw 3 games from them, but like it juxtaposed to the way they got there.
Yeah,
it's so drastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really
and then
bad.
We got something else.
Keep going.
Okay. Then we got 100 Thieves, our first seed going into Worlds. They don't have to play against Damwon, or Mad Lions. I don't know who is winning LPL. I think they play, like, this weekend.
I think. So.
Oh no, I think it's FPX actually.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I think it is.
Or is it? I don't know. Damn it! Summer playoffs.
Oh, they didn't do it yet.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet. It's FPX or EDG. Thursday. Yeah. That's a weird night.
Yeah, it's Thursday. I don't know what the heck they do now.
All right, so it's either FPX or EDG who they also get to skip. The hell is China's bracket? FPX has won 2 3-0s in a row. EDG's won a 3-1 and a 3-0. Like, what the fuck? Oh, they're in losers. They lost. Oh, okay, never mind. They're gonna dodge FPX.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that 100 Thieves. I say that they're doing fine. I think they're gonna do pretty well. After
That's
like,
bold.
I mean, depending on the group they get, I say they might do pretty well.
I think my hopes for them is better than they were last week. But
Yeah.
looking at them like holistically, I said it before, I don't know how well they're gonna match up internationally. Like, I don't know how well their coaching staff is gonna support them here. Like, it's gonna be a lot. Like, going to Worlds is a whole thing. And I have significantly more confidence in C9 and TL, who have a lot more veterans for that sort of thing. Whereas 100 Thieves, I think Someday has gone to
Someday.
Worlds.
Yeah, I think it's only been Sunday.
Maybe Closer.
No,
I don't know if
think
anyone else on this roster has gone to Worlds. I don't think FBI has gone to Worlds unless he went with OCE, who he's going to Worlds. And I think Abadaga is going to Worlds, actually. So,
yeah.
But who he hasn't gone to Worlds since CLG.
Yeah, that's a while.
And I think Abadaga went last year. And then Someday hasn't been to Worlds since 2014.
Yeah.
I think he hasn't gone to Worlds since 2014.
I mean, hey, that's.
Wait. I'm sorry. I am mistaken, actually. Someday went to Worlds the last time that 100 Thieves went to Worlds. 06. But still, long time for all these players, even if they have gone. Oh, I think FBI actually has gone to Worlds. I think he went with Bombers.
Yeah. FBI has?
Okay. He went to MSI 2019.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hasn't gone to Worlds, though.
Yeah, he's never to Worlds.
But I definitely went to Worlds. I think he went to Worlds in 2019 or 2020.
I'm pretty sure it was with
Joker.
Yeah, there we go. Joker wild.
Absolute crazy. So yeah, I have significantly less confidence in this team. I think everyone on TL has been to Worlds within the last 2 years. Wait, didn't they all went last year? I think every single one of them. They only changed their jungler, and Santorum was on FlyQuest. And then you have C9. I guess it's just Fudge, right?
Yeah, it's just Fudge.
It's literally just Fudge. So yeah, I have significantly more confidence in a consistent performance out of TL or 100 Thieves or Cloud9. 100 Thieves, I hope they do good. If they can keep this level up, they might do good, but I feel like we saw this more because of a great performance from Closer, but definitely an underperformance from a lot of people on TL.
Also, I'm looking at stuff. I don't even think that I don't think Abadaga been to Worlds.
You definitely went to Worlds. If I could spell Worlds, I would find it. My God, he has not been to Worlds. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, he's not been to Worlds. Oh boy.
I feel lied to. Oh, they got 4th? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think they lost to Mountain.
Wait. If they got 4th. Oh, that's Spring. That's why.
Yeah.
I was like wondering how they didn't go to Worlds there.
That stinks.
Oh, they lost to Splice in the 2019 regional finals. Oof.
Yeah.
I like how the player who I was like most confident going into Worlds most recently didn't go to Worlds.
Yeah. Neither did FBI. It shows.
Well, he went to an MSI, but yeah.
MSI, but yeah.
It's gonna be. I think it's a good experience for this team. I think it's good that we have new players going to Worlds.
Yeah.
But if you were going to tell me that 100 Thieves was the team most likely to get out of groups, I'd probably say you're wrong. I'd probably say it's Cloud9. Because I just feel like inexperience will be a major detriment to this team. And first seed is cursed. Mathematically cursed to have the worst groups, actually. Not joking.
Crazy how that goes.
Don't understand it. It keeps happening. I don't like it.
I think I could put my confidence in the Thieves. I think they've been on a bit of a
Cannonball.
hot
Sorry, what?
streak. Hey, I like Someday. I think they've been on a bit of a hot streak. They finally shook off the playoffs curse that they've been dealing with a little while.
What do you mean playoff curse?
So originally, of course, I've talked about their original core from Golden Guardians when they still had Hanser on the lineup. But it would always be that particular core, Huhi, FBI, and
Closer.
would get to playoffs and then gets absolutely destroyed.
I mean,
I know.
sure, but like,
What are you gonna eat?
it turns out updating 2 solo lanes is a big deal. You know, like FBI and Hui were praised as the best bot lane in the LCS when they're on Golden Guardians last year. Yes, last year. And Closer was definitely did Closer make first pro or all pro team for jungler? I don't remember. He was definitely in the top 3 last year. So it's hard for me to be like that that there wasn't some obvious upgrades that gave them more consistency. Like even like they upgraded Someday, they looked more consistent. They upgraded Demonte, they looked more consistent. They put in Ryoma, I questioned everything. So it's hard for me to get behind that they got over their playoff curse through anything besides roster moves.
No, that's fair. But it's still for those particular players, it's particularly nice being able to avoid that. And be able to prove, hey, we just now have a good team.
I'm honestly sad that they didn't do this with Golden Guardians, because this would have been so big to do on Golden Guardians by comparison, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like a large part of their upgrade, besides Abadage, was Reapered.
Yeah.
Like-
They had like a good amount of upgrades throughout their time. Wow.
Like there was just legitimately so many upgrades, like every step of the way. This team just kept like taking their best pieces and trying something new with it. I don't, full honesty, I don't think bringing. I think the upgrade of Abadage over Demonte compared to the Someday over Hanser, I think the Abadage upgrade was huge by comparison.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Without a doubt.
it was Someday. It's hands down better than Hanser, but he doesn't seem like the type to carry.
Did you wait? So Someday or Hanser?
I'm saying this more about Someday because he has a very strong weak side, and if he's able to aggregate his own leads, but those don't normally transition into major wins. Typically, when he was on this roster before they picked up Abadage. Now that they actually have a carry in the mid lane as well, he's just able to do what he wants to. He's able to play his weak side. He doesn't really have to do as much as he had to before. And even if he has like one bag weak side game, it's not the end of it. He still shows up in the mid game during team fights. And he's still got that good sense of like when to TP, when to push out waves, how to manage his stuff. Like he's all set. But they really needed that upgrade in the mid lane and getting that other carry because some days very much a weak side player.
Yeah.
I am out of topics, but before we end the show, I'm gonna do this real quick.
No. No.
I'm gonna
You're
just
such a
goddamn
baby
rubbing
now. Just
alcohol
keep
to
it
finish
up.
this.
No.
There we go. All right, that's good enough. I'll finish it later.
You son of a bitch. You were supposed to do that.
You weren't supposed to do that. All right. So we were out of topics, and I'm out of memes to beat to death.
Would you like to take us
Hey,
home?
you want to take us on? Hey, got it, Dion.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'll do it for us this week on Legendary Legends podcast. And this split, you can hopefully catch us live for Worlds. We'll have an audio and a video version. Video go up on Legendary Podcast, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I don't. The world schedule is just gonna be such a nightmare. Have a nice day.
Have a nice time.